first period action. Here's Bob.
All right, Nick, thank you very much. And also for the record, Jay Miller of the Kings wearing number 29 tonight. That will be his number. Used to be 49. He's out there on left wing. Gretzky at center. The right wing is McSorley. Flyers come to center. 3-on-3. Brian Propp with a drive. Deflected off the skate of Laidlaw. Into the corner goes Tocchet. King zone. Tocchet walks out in front. He shoots. He scores! Rick Tocchet got the puck in the left wing corner, walked right out in front of the King net and scores on the first Flyer shot of the night. And it's 1-0 Philadelphia. Kartner with it again. His pass up the middle in front. The shot saved by Rudy. And he hangs on the shot by Mike Bullard. And Rudy makes a stick save and covers up. And it's still 1-0 Flyers.
Now Jay Miller going to square off now with one of the Philadelphia Flyers, Terry Kartner. Pair of 29s going at it.
And spinning one another around, and Kartner trying to throw some rights after Miller threw a few punches. So Jay Miller of the Kings just came out of the penalty box and gets into a scrap with Terry Kartner. Now Miller's helmet's been knocked off, and he tries an uppercut. And another uppercut, and then a left by Kartner, and Kartner down to one knee, and then a left by Jay Miller. And now they're back up on their skates, so this is a pretty good scrap. Now Miller knocks Kartner's helmet off and throws a left. Kartner tries a right to the back of the head of Miller. He has him up against the boards. Now a few more rights by Kartner. Now a couple of lefts by Jay Miller. This is my Don Dunphy imitation.
Yeah, great job. They're not tired yet. Boy, they've been going at it for almost a minute.
And now more of a wrestling match than anything else. And they're finally going to break them up. 1-0 Flyers in the first period. We'll be right back. This is the Los Angeles Kings Hockey Network. Face off in the King zone to the left of Kelly Rudy. Poulin on the draw for the Flyers. Wins the draw. Right point shot by Chychrun. And now we have another battle going to break out. Craig Berube against Baumgartner. And now they're squaring off against one another. More shadow boxing right now than anything else. And now some lefts and then some rights by Berube on Baumgartner. And they're going to break that one up in a hurry. But Berube trying to get some more right hands in.
Baumgartner just hit Mike Civic twice in the left side of the face.
And Civic is the linesman who has a hold of Craig Berube. Well, shades of the old days between the Kings and the Flyers. Kings are down 1-0. And we've had the second fight in the last couple of moments. Baumgartner and Berube go into the penalty box as Robbie Ftorek looks on. And the big linesman, Mike Civic, maybe took the two worst punches of the scrap.
Yeah, but they're tied up. One right there. You see Civic react. And the second time, look at that. Oh, man. You think their job is easy? No way.
Los Angeles penalties.
So we get coincidental fighting majors once again.
5 minutes each for fighting.
3:17, 3 seconds after the Miller-Kartner confrontation. That was right off the draw. They just dropped the gloves and immediately made no bones about what they wanted to do.
Flips it around Dave Poulin, chased down by Marty McSorley. He's got Jay Wells, and he takes Wells hard into the boards. Allison and Gretzky 2-on-2 to center. Allison gives it to Gretzky. Gretzky in the slot. Gretzky still with it. Shoots. He scores! With McSorley on the right and Tonelli on the left. Here's Tim Kerr cutting in front. He shoots. Saved by Rudy. Where's the puck? Underneath Rudy. And then somebody on top of Kelly Rudy. And I think that was Kartner, I believe. Philadelphia Flyers moving from right to left. Now on the left wing, here's Tocchet into the King zone. Tocchet sends it down in deep, deflected wide. Puck is in the left wing corner. Sutter didn't find it. Takes a slash there. And did he get away with that? I don't believe it.
Well, we mentioned a few moments ago, Sutter got away with a slash. We'll see it again in the simulcast. Can't get the puck, so he takes a two-hander on the right side, right above Duchesne's knee.
Propp down the right side. Brian Propp all alone. Chases it in, comes in front, shoots, save, Kelly Rudy. And Propp gets knocked down from behind by Mike Allison.
And he still had time to walk out in front and make a play. And then the Kings cleared it to the side.
1-1 the score. 11:53 to go. Second period. Kings take it away. Right side, Tonelli, Flyer zone. Tonelli in front to Casper, and a save by Hextall, and he hangs on. And look out, McSorley pushing in front of the net now.
With Gord Murphy, a rookie defenseman. Hextall was upset with Casper as Casper took a little poke at his glove after he made that save. McSorley not just kind of skating around looking for an opening. We're tied at 1. We'll be back. This is the Los Angeles Kings Hockey Network.
Laidlaw sends it down in deep in the right wing corner. Krushelnyski behind the net. Gretzky with it. Gretzky waits there. Flyer zone behind the net. Gretzky waits. Krushelnyski's really wrapped up out in front. Gretzky's still waiting. Nobody challenging him behind the net. Now he comes around in front. Gretzky in front. Shoots. Saved by Hextall. Rebound. Score. Allison. And right side. Nichols shoots. Saved by Hextall. Rebound bounced up in the air and just to the right of the net. Hextall gets knocked down by Taylor. Now the left point, a shot by Waters, rebound in front, backhander, score by the Kings, Mike Krushelnyski. Gretzky banks it off the boards, or off the net out to the right side. Waters sends it behind the net to Gretzky, in front to Allison, he scores! Nichols 2-on-1 with Gretzky. Nichols right side to Gretzky, to Nichols, he scores! Flyers beat the Kings here back in October. 4-1 after the Kings had won 4 in a row to start the season. Puck driven back by the Flyers into the Kings zone, but now look out, we've got McSorley against 2 of the Flyers, and he takes on Kartner, and now Baumgartner runs over and takes on the other Flyer. This is McSorley battling up against the boards with Kartner. 2 of the Flyers were there, and Marty just jumped into Kartner, and he's throwing some right hands. He's got Kartner's right hand tied up. And then Baumgartner jumped in to take on Jeff Chychrun. They're up against the boards, and Baumgartner trying to get Chychrun's helmet off, and now McSorley knocks the helmet off of Kartner. So we've got a couple of bouts going on. 3rd and 4th fights of the night, and a couple of more by McSorley, and he wades in with a right hand and knocks Kartner down. They both go down to the ice. Now Baumgartner and Chychrun are just tied up right along the glass, watching the, I guess you might call this the main event. Kartner and McSorley, and the undercard, Chychrun and Baumgartner. Now they've broken them up. Marty McSorley being led over toward the exit. Now Baumgartner and Chychrun maybe decide it's their time in the spotlight. Center ring. They're waltzing around, and McSorley's going to wait and see what happens. He's not going to come back on the ice, though, I don't think. Now, a great period for the Kings, but before they can get off the ice, behind the play, Tocchet is into a battle with Kennedy. Tocchet with a left hand on Kennedy. The players were moving off the ice, and Tocchet and Kennedy got into a battle. And a right by Kennedy and a right by Tocchet. They're still battling down in the Flyer zone as Kennedy tries to tie up Tocchet's right arm. Now a right by Kennedy, and they're still waltzing around down in the Flyer zone, and now they're going to break them up. So the tempers have flared here in the Great Western Forum tonight.
He slashed Wayne Gretzky as Gretzky was trying to walk right down the middle. Gretzky picks up the puck, and then right there is the slash, and this time they caught Sutter.
We have 16:37 to go in the 3rd period. The Kings have a 5-1 lead, and boy, tempers flare again out there now. Who's this? Acton and Crossman.
Now watch Allison and Wells now.
Wells and Allison push at one another with their sticks in their hands.
Now Crossman and Acton. The linesman really not too sure where they should turn. Now Allison again with Wells, and Wells being goaded by Allison. Little verbal barrage.
As Nichols trying to shoot it in and deflected high in the air. And Prop kind of whacked Bernie in the stomach, so Bernie said, well, I'll whack you right back again. And all Prop
is that a delayed reaction?
4 players in a tag team match back there, so the whistle blows.
Kerr, Acton, Laidlaw, and I don't know, it might be Waters. Now everybody.
Now they're trying to separate a couple of players down on the ice. Bozak, the linesman, and Mike Civic in there trying to separate two players who are down on the ice, one King and one Philadelphia Flyer, and it's impossible to see exactly who it is yet. It's Keith Acton for Philadelphia. We know that for sure.
As I looked up, Acton seemed to be the most intent on getting at whoever his foe was. I think it is Waters. We'll wait until we can get an absolute number or a look at his face. Linesman having all kinds of problems prying the two together. Looks like they've got each other in a leg lock.
Acton's hollering at the referee, Mike Civic, who could probably take Keith Acton and flip him right over the glass if he wanted to.
Yeah.
He's a what, 6'6"?
6'8".
6'8", Mike Civic. Right side moving in is Eklund. Pass in front. Shot saved by Rudy. And a rebound saved by Kelly Rudy. He beat Kartner on the first save, and then a penalty coming up against the Kings, I think for cross-checking. Now McSorley in a scrap along the boards with Craig Berube. Berube in his second battle of the night, and Marty McSorley in his, and they've got each other's arms tied up pretty well. Now Berube tries a right, but they're spinning one another around. Now Berube tried another right. McSorley tried a right, but nothing damaging is landing, and somebody's going to get dizzy pretty soon.
They're going to, or throw out a shoulder.
They're spinning around, and now a short right by McSorley, and Berube comes back with one, but neither player doing any damage. And now they're going to grab one another, and McSorley with a flat hand hits the helmet of Berube, knocks the helmet back, and knocks it off. Berube's exhausted. McSorley's just about there, I think. Still spinning one another around, and the linesmen are going to say, we're just going to let you two guys wear one another out.
A couple of elbows thrown there by McSorley. Couldn't get the right hand free.
Now left by McSorley. Berube's looking around. Now he throws a good left and knocks McSorley down. So they're down on the ice and just exhausted, which is what happens more than anything else in a hockey fight. Over to the penalty box without his king sweater is Marty McSorley.
Cross-checking.
And that's the cross-checking
instigating a fight.
to McSorley. Then he gets 2 for instigating, 5 for fighting, and a misconduct. So he's through for the night. McSorley with a double minor, a major, and a misconduct. 19 minutes in penalties. Berube just gets the 5 for fighting. So the Kings are going to be a man down for a while. 4 minutes. Philadelphia will work on the power play again.
5 minutes for fighting and a 10-minute misconduct.
And we have 10:19 to go in the third. 5-1 Kings, and the Flyers, if they're ever going to get back in it, this is going to be the time that they have to take advantage of it. They've got a 4-minute power play coming up here.
Both players continue to jaw at each other from their respective penalty boxes. And we'll get a look at how it all started on the simulcast. Flyers on the attack. Eklund moving in. Centers across, goes to Kartner. Kartner with a shot, then his own rebound. Then he is cross-checked from behind right there while trying to get back up. Then Berube goes after McSorley, cross-checks McSorley, but he got away with that. And McSorley turned around and said, let's go. I'm not going to take any of that. So McSorley goes off, gesturing to the Flyers and the Flyer bench.
So Marty McSorley, half undressed, heads for the dressing room. Kartner with again, taken away. Up to center ice, Kings with it. Here's Casper on a breakaway. Casper alone in front, pulled down from behind. And a penalty coming up. He never got the shot off.
Give him a penalty shot.
Yes, sir.
He's thinking about it.
No, he's not making any signal, but you're right, he should. He had a clear breakaway, pulled down, never got a shot. And McCrary is not going to call for the penalty shot here. At least he hasn't signaled that. And everybody bunched up along the boards again. Down in the Flyer zone.
Well, no place for the meek or timid here tonight. Boy, every whistle, there's some extracurricular activity. Now Tocchet and Kennedy want to settle their differences.
So Kennedy and Tocchet battling again, and
they went at it right as the buzzer sounded in the second period.
Yep. And now they're wrestling around with one another. Left hand thrown by Tocchet and a right by Kennedy. Isn't this stupid, really? Huh? It is. The league could do away with this right away. No problem. We have a game played the way it's supposed to be played instead of this silliness that's going on all night long. And now right hand by Kennedy. And that's going to be the end of that scrap. Laidlaw chases it back down into the Kings zone. Laidlaw sends it around on the left side now to Crossman. He gets bumped there by Sutter, and now Sutter slashes at Crossman.
How can he let go? How can he let that go?
I wasn't looking at that. I could see that he wasn't looking at that. He's looking behind the net where the Kings had the puck.
Why?
That I can't answer. Here's Crossman across the line, left side in front of Krushelnyski for the hat trick. Saved by Hextall. And Krushelnyski pushed hard from behind into the boards by the Flyers' Mike Bullard. Here is Poulin on the right side. His pass taken away by Nichols. He's got Gretzky ahead. He gives it to him. Breakaway. Gretzky in front. He shoots and he scores! Wayne Gretzky scores, but he is down on the ice after scoring. That's his 50th. He got slashed. He goes down to the ice and is still down. And Peter Demers, the King trainer, is out. Now Gretzky getting to his feet.
He was slashed by Jay Wells, who was chasing Gretzky on the breakaway, and DeGray obviously wants to get at Jay Wells as Gretzky is hunched over, coming over to the bench. It was a vicious two-hander by Wells. It was a delayed penalty, so had Gretzky not scored, the penalty would have been called, or a penalty shot. And DeGray, the hottest of the Kings. We're going to see it again. Gretzky on the breakaway, and coming into your picture right there, the slash right on his left elbow, left arm, maybe just above the elbow. And Gretzky with the goal and goes down. Obvious pain as he tucks in his left elbow to his side. We'll see it again. Another angle from behind the net. The breakout pass. Gretzky, the break. Wells chasing right there. The slash on his left elbow.
The Kings seem to have pretty well in tow here, leading 6-1, except there may be more fisticuffs to resolve here in the late evening hours in Los Angeles.
It started with Dave Taylor and Gord Murphy. Here we go now. That's Jay Miller and Jay Wells, I think. And Jay Wells has to just hang on here till the linesmen get in. Mike, his knuckles cannot take a fight. They really cannot take a fight. Jay Wells could end his season if he lands a punch on Jay Miller. Now, while this is happening, you can see all those feet at the top of your screen, and there are the bodies that are attached to the feet. It's like a creeping, crawling mass of flesh along the far boards. Kjell Samuelson's in there, Brian Propp, Gord Murphy, Ron Sutter,